Hello guys, welcome to my channel once again. This is Tech PBA. Thanks for joining me. In this video, I'm going to take you through how to download and install the Windows Server 2019 standard on your Windows or on your server computers. But in this case, we are going to look at it by using the Microsoft Hyper-V Manager virtualization software. So the first thing I'll do is to open a browser and then search for the download Windows Server 2019 standard ISO. I'll right click on the first link, which is the Microsoft link. Guys, it's always best to download from the product's website. So in this case, I selected a link of Microsoft, and then on that link or on that website, you will get the download for the various languages: the English, the French, the Chinese, the German, all the way to the Spanish language. You can also look at the prerequisites as well as the installation guides and then the other resources. So you can follow these to have a seamless download and installation of your Windows Server operating system. So I'll click on the 64-bit edition under the ISO download beside the English version, and then you can see that the download has begun. The operating system ISO file has begun downloading. So I've already downloaded it, so I'll cancel that and then show you another way to download. So you can also download this operating system's ISO from another website, a trusted website called the archive.org. So you can have any kind of operating system you want. You can download it from that website, just as you are looking at on this screen right now. So like I said before, I've already downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it again. So moving on, because we are going to create a virtual machine using the Hyper-V, I'm going to create a folder where I'm going to store the virtual machine's data, the virtual hard disk, and then I'll put it right under the C drive and name it VMs. And then inside that folder, I'm going to create another folder and call it using the name of the operating system, which is Windows Server 2019 standard. So this is where I'll store the virtual hard disk, which is the virtual machine we are going to create its data in there. So again, I'll click in the search box and then I'll type Hyper-V Manager. Hyper-V being the virtualization software by Microsoft. It's a free virtualization software built into the Microsoft operating system. So I'll open that, and then once in there, you can look at the right hand side, click on new and then select virtual machine, or you can right click on the main system and then click new and then click new virtual machine. That is how you can start the creation of a virtual machine. So read through that notes, and then once you're done, click the next. Over here, you want to give the name, give the virtual machine a name. I will use the Windows Server 2019 standard, and then I'll select the checkbox store the virtual machine in a different location. I'm going to change it from the default location to the folder we created earlier in this video. So I'll click the C drive, double click the VMs folder, and then double click the Windows Server 2019 server folder, standard folder, and then click the select folder to select that path or that location on the C drive as the location for storing the virtual machine. I'll click next. And then over here, we have two generations of virtual machines we can create. The generation 1 supports 64-bit and 32-bit. Generation 2 supports only 64-bit. So I'll select the first generation and click next. The startup memory, you can always change it. It is set to 1 gig, which is 1024 megabytes by default, but I will change it to, so you can change it to any size you want depending on the resources on your host machine. I'll change it to 6 gig, and then I'll leave the use dynamic memory for this virtual machine selected and click next. This is the network settings. I'll leave it at the not connected because currently my host PC is not connected to any network. I'll click next again, and then I'll leave the name and then the location. I'll leave it as it is, and then the size of the disk we are going to use for this virtual machine, I'll change it to 60 gigabytes. Default is 127 gigabytes, so I'll change it to 60 gigabytes, and I'll click the next to continue. So you can attach a previously created virtual hard disk, or you can create a new one. So on the next page, I'll select install the operating system from a bootable CD or DVD-ROM, and then select the image file in brackets ISO. Click the browse, and then we are going to browse to the operating system ISO file we downloaded earlier. So I'll click downloads, double click the Windows Server 2019 standard, then select the ISO file, click open, and then the image file has successfully been loaded. I'll click next. Then this is a summary of the settings we chose earlier on in the creation of this virtual machine. When you're satisfied, just click finish for the installation to begin. So you can see that it's doing some pre-configurations before it begins. After that, you will see that the virtual machine has been listed in the Hyper-V manager. All you need to do is to right click on it. The state says it's off, so all you need to do is to right click on it and then click the start button or the start option in the drop down menu, which will start the virtual machine, or it will start the installation. So to view it in full screen, just double click on it to open it, and then you can maximize it if you want. In my case, I maximized it, or I'll maximize it, and then the installation has begun. So select your language, the keyboard language, the location language, and then if you are satisfied, just click the next button to continue. Click next. Click install to begin the setup installation. Over here, you are going to need to enter the 25-digit product key that came with your server operating system. If you don't have the key, click the I don't have product key, and then click next. Select the version you want and click next. Select the or accept the software license agreements by Microsoft and click next again. Click the custom install Windows because this is going to be a fresh installation. We are not going to do an upgrade. Select the disk and then click new, apply, OK to create the partitions for the installation. Format the disk you are going to create the installation on. In this case, I formatted the huge disk or the bigger disk, and then clicked next. From here is the usual installation of any Windows operating system, be it Windows 10, Windows 11, or the Windows Server operating systems. When everything is done, go ahead and then enter a password, or you'll be asked to enter a password to enable the administrator account, because that is what you're going to use to sign in at the first instance. Retype the password or re-enter the password to confirm it, and click finish. So you'll be prompted with the screen, the logon screen. Go ahead and then enter the password you just configured for the administrator account, or the password you just entered for the administrator account, and then sign in, and then you would be greeted with your new Windows Server 2019 standard desktop. This desktop background you can always change, and then the first thing you would see when you after a fresh installation of a Windows Server operating system or after rebooting the server operating system is the server manager. And then we are greeted with a prompt that says you can try using the Windows Admin Center. So the Admin Center is a web-based application where you can use to manage your servers features and roles, and also manage other servers. So you can try that out. So in the server manager, you can configure the local server by adding roles and features. Let's click on the local server, and then over here you see the computer name. Over there you can always change it, and that's advisable. It's very important that you change it. It's also joined it to a work group currently or by default, and it's also very advisable to change it. If you are going to join this server to a domain, you have to join it to that domain. We see the resources, the operating system we just installed, the version over there, the resources, the memory, the hard disk we allocated to this virtual machine. They all show there. So you can see the events on this freshly installed server operating system, the services that are running on it. You can see them all in the server manager. You can also see the roles and features currently installed on this server by default when you install the operating system. So like I said before, you can add roles and features, you can add other servers, and then you can create a server group, or you can connect the server to the cloud service. So on the top right hand side, you can click the manage, and then you will see the features or the things you can do on there. So under tools, you will see the default installed roles and features on the server operating system after you are done with the installation. So let's go through a couple of things you must do when you are done with the installation of a server operating system. The first is to go into settings, and then select the updates and security, and then select Windows Update, and then click the check for updates. If you are connected to the internet, leave it for it to download the updates to patch your server operating systems. You may have to restart your Windows or your server operating system or your server a couple of times for the updates to be installed. Also click on activation, and then this is very important. If you did not install or did not apply the product key at the beginning of the installation, so you can see that Windows is not activated. You can scroll down here and then select the change product key option. Well, when you click on it, you are going to need to enter the 25 digit product key that came with your Windows operating system, and then click next. I haven't entered mine, so it didn't activate it. So with yours, you have to enter the product key, click next, and then your Windows will be activated. This is very important because to get support from Microsoft and to get updates for your server operating system, you need to activate your Windows operating system. The next thing we are going to do is to configure static IP address. Since this is a server, its IP address doesn't have to change. So in the search box, I'll type view network, and then I'll click the view network status and tasks. In the network and sharing center, I'll select the change adapter settings. Right click on the adapter on which your server is connected to the network, and then select properties, and then double click the Internet Protocol version 4, and then over here you're going to select use the following IP address, and then go ahead and then enter the IP address in accordance with your subnets. So enter the IP address. The subnet must the default gateway, and then the DNS addresses accordingly to your subnet or to your network's IP addressing system. Click OK, and then your server's IP address will never change afterwards. So yes guys, this has been a video tutorial on how to download and install the Windows Server operating system, the Windows Server 2019 Standard Edition, in Hyper-V or using Hyper-V. So you can install this on your host computers, or you can install it in a virtual machine. Kindly click on the subscribe button down this video, click on the like button if this was helpful, share the video, turn on notifications for all, and then I will see you in another video. Thank you. Bye.